Yo, we back. The views
Business
expressed
is
here on
zooming.
Graphk podcast. Business is zooming. Episode, what is this, little bro? 7?
Episode 7.
Your boy Graphic Raider, man. My little brother B. What's shaking, bro?
What's good, man? What's good? Just
Hey,
sitting here,
just waiting for the
sitting here
season.
looking. Hey, I'm sitting here looking at these headlines, wondering if the season's gonna happen. Right? Kind of a segue into the show. You know, uh,
Yeah,
with the NFL, not necessarily having a plan of what to do. Right? And you got a lot of big time players coming out. Pat Mahomes. Um,
Russell
you know,
Wilson,
yeah, Russell Wilson, all these
Rodney
different,
Hudson, all of them. Yeah,
all these different, big name players coming out and, kind of concerned for their health and safety, which is, 100% understandable. It's like, what is the NFL going to do? How are they going to respond? Are they just going to be corporate gangsters and just say, you know what, fuck it, and we're just going to move forward with the season? Are they going to maybe delay the season for 4 to 6 weeks to try to let the numbers go down and try to get it more contained?
yeah.
Um, this is my thing. Before I kind of hand it off to you, is if these players start catching it, right? Let's say we start the season, right, and they're testing the players, whatever, whatnot, and let's just say you're Kansas City, or let's say you're the Seahawks, right? All of a sudden, let's say a Patrick Mahomes catches it, or let's say a Russell Wilson catches it, or let's say you're a Tom Brady in Tampa Bay, right? And you catch it, and now you're going into the next week, and guess what? He's got to sit out for 14 days.
2 weeks.
You're gonna be you as a fan and your organization as a whole are gonna be pissed,
Yeah,
especially the fans, right?
yeah,
And maybe during the season you can weather that storm, right? But at the end of the day, you get to playoffs and every game counts, right? Whether it be wild card or Super Bowl, doesn't matter. Any moment during postseason, if your star player has to sit out because of COVID, your whole fan base, your whole organization, it's gonna trickle down. It's gonna be the trickle down effect,
yeah,
right? And
yeah.
and so it's like, how does the NFL respond to that? Are they going to have precautions? What's going to happen? And if situations like that occur, bro, it's like this, bro. For us, it's like if let's say we got a wild card spot and we go into the wild card game, and God forbid, I don't want this to happen to anybody,
Yeah.
but let's say it happened to one of our star players, right? Whether it be Carr or Josh
Jacobs.
Jacobs,
Yeah.
or you know what I mean, or maybe a couple key pieces of our offensive line, whatever the case may be. And I don't wish that upon nobody, but I'm just saying, if we have some some serious people drop out, like some of our role players, some of our people who
Yeah, bro.
what we're gonna be upset, and that's
And
in
the
my
ass,
opinion, that's gonna,
and it's always going to be an asterisk. It's always going to be an
yeah, bro,
asterisk.
it's gonna affect the outcome of the game, period. And I know anybody who's a fan of any other team is gonna say that about their star players,
Straight
period.
up.
They're gonna say that. So it's like, how do you work around that? And that's what I don't know. What do you think, bro? Kind
I
of
think
handing it off to you.
I think
What do you think that they?
the only thing the NFL can do that can that can somewhat prevent this situation. All right, like the NBA right now, right? The NBA start back up in a couple weeks. Um, they're all in Orlando. They're pretty much in a bubble. They're calling it the bubble. You know what I'm saying? All the players are over there right now. I just seen a report that every player in the NBA, there's not one player that has a coronavirus as of today. But how long is that going to last? These players are only going to be in this bubble for a few weeks. They're going to go on to the playoffs. It'll be done quick. The NFL is only once a week, man. These players aren't going to go 3-4 months without seeing their families. You can't put these guys in a bubble and just expect them not to go anywhere. So that's where the problem lies. Say we're going into a big divisional game. We got KC in Kansas City or in Vegas, and they test all the players, and Mahomes is down. I mean, Mahomes got it. it would suck. As even as a Raider fan, man, I want to beat KC the right way. I want to beat them with Mahomes.
100%.
So
Yeah, me too.
we win that game. It's like, come on, man. Like, we know why we won that game. You know what I'm saying? Like,
well, yeah. I mean, whether that was the case or not, I mean, it's going to be out there in the NFL as a whole,
I didn't
right?
mean that. I mean, we can beat KC with Mahomes. I'm just saying, like, that's always going to be in your head. Like, damn, did we beat them just because Mahomes wasn't playing?
Yeah, that's what the media is going to say, right? At the end of the day, so we want to beat him when he's playing.
Yeah,
I want to see them at their best, right? Like at the end of the day, the NFL and every other sport's about competition. I want that competition. I want it to be any given Sunday, every team playing at their best, have the best players. And yeah, if we're playing KC, I want them to have Mahomes. I want them to have their whole starting lineup, and I want to beat them like that. I don't want to beat them handicap without their start players.
Mark Davis right now, he's ready to just – he wants a season, but he's one of them owners. He's like his dad, man. He's going to let it be known. Like, he's like, look, we can go another season without this. And we can have another inaugural season next year. He said, point blank, period. If one fan can't come in, like, period. Like, they all have to be there. There's no excuse. There's no excluding anybody on the first year in Vegas. He even took it as far as saying, if we can't have any fans, I'm not coming. And that does a lot, man. You know what I'm saying? So it's at the point now where it's like, do you even want? I mean, look, it's us being selfish fans. Yes, we want football, but when you 100%. see a guy like Rodney Hudson speak up and say that the NFL is going against their health experts, they're going against them, and Hudson is saying, like, my wife has an immune system problem. I can't bring something home to her. She could potentially, God forbid, something happen to her. You know what I'm saying? Like, Carr speaking out, everybody speaking out. And I'm at the point, bro, like, I'm getting tired of talking about this but at this point, it's really one of the only things we can really speak of as sports fans, because we really have no idea what the hell is going to happen. But I'm at the point where it's like, look, man, I love my team enough. Let's wait another year. Let's at least come up with a better plan. Like, this is going on next year. If we wait and it's still going on, at least we can come up with a better plan to figure this out and go through the situation. I don't think this is going anywhere anytime soon. We're going to have to figure out a plan to work around it at some point.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. My thing is like, being a selfish fan and just being a sports fan in general, and especially a football fan, a Raider fan, I want to see the season too, but they're humans. Everybody's human. I don't want to see anybody get sick and get their immune systems and their families compromised. If it were to happen, I would understand. Would I be upset, as a fan? A little bit, obviously, because you want to see it. But at the same time, I understand it. So it's like, that's why I was suggesting, like, do we maybe push the season back 4 weeks, 6 weeks, another maybe 8 weeks? Do we push it back a little bit longer to see if the curve can go down to where, I don't know, maybe it won't. Maybe, I don't know, man. Like,
at the end of the day, bro, what sucks about this shit is, until it's completely gone, we're always gonna have to question it. That's what sucks. So, like, you could throw it out for 2 months, but at the end of the day, say it even goes down a lot, it's still here, bro. That's the scary part about it, man. And you just don't know.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and I'm not a health expert. I don't really know enough. I don't have the formal education enough to really say something either way. I'm just curious to see how it plays out. At the end of the day, I think the players and obviously I know the fans definitely want to see football happen. But if it doesn't happen, I get where they're coming from. So I don't know. I think, part of me feels like Goodell is a corporate gangster, and the NFL in general, they want their money. Same with the owners. They want their money, right? But at some point it's like, okay, what happens if you do start the season? Then players start catching it. Then it's like the NFL's potentially exposing themselves to liability and lawsuits, and it's gonna make the season weird. Like, it's gonna just, if you start it and then halfway through the season have to end the season, it's just gonna be like, it's gonna throw people in limbo. I don't know, bro. I don't know what's gonna happen, man. It's just gonna be a real weird situation. You know what I mean?
At the end of the day, man, can you hear my fan, bro? Is it too loud?
No, I don't hear nothing, brother.
Okay. At the end of the day, man, we're human beings first. I look at it like this. If you got to throw the season away, even the NBA, there's no reason to bringing it back, man. You already missed so much. Baseball, like same thing.
Nah. My
No,
Lakers need to come back. My Lakers need to come
I
back to
get it.
get this
I get it, bro.
championship.
But at the end of the day,
Nah,
it's always
I'm just.
it's always going to be, oh, the Lakers won it during the pandemic. Great. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, at the end of the day, bro,
Yeah.
like, you want to win it in front of your fans. Like, if you got to throw this season away, like, it gives us more time to get to Vegas and get situated before everything get cracking. You know what I'm saying? So,
I'm
you know,
gonna be there regardless, man. Regardless of
I'm
what.
there in January for good. So,
Yeah,
but,
for sure.
but you know, my selfish ways, man. I mean, you know, as a fan, I want to see football, but health first, because human beings, man, I want to see these guys and their families be safe and maintain their health, man. And
Yep.
let's
Uh,
keep praying, man. Please just let this shit go away so we can get back to normalcy. Because, man, this shit
yep.
is insane right now, bro. Like, for real, for real. Hey, on
So
the
kind of, I was gonna say segue in, you know, kind of into something else. I know you're not a big Madden fan. You know me, man. Every year for me, it's like a nostalgia thing, right? Where every year, you know, before I go, doesn't matter. I'm always going to the GameStop on the Madden drop, and
yeah,
I'm copping it the night of. I'm going online. I'm playing. Um, so essentially, Madden 21 just released the ratings on some of the Raiders,
yeah,
and they had Mad Max rated at a 77.
crazy, bro.
Okay, and he was in running for defensive rookie of the year last year.
Yes.
Uh,
Number one.
you had Bosa who ended up getting it. Crosby actually had 3 more tackles and 1 more sack than Bosa, and Bosa was rated a 89. So,
It's the name,
what do
bro.
you think about that?
It's the name. It's the Bosa name. Played for the Niners. He was in the Super Bowl. Let's just be honest, man. He got more credit. He got more credibility because of that. And Mad Max is a Raider, bro. At the end of the day, we always get the ass end of the stick when it comes to shit like this. Mad Max is he's higher. He's rated way higher than that. But the good thing about this is what I love about these young kids. Mad Max is really mad about that. I seen him on IG, pissed about it.
Mm-hmm.
He's gonna take that shit and he's gonna work wonders, bro. I seen that boy working his ass off this offseason, climbing hills, doing crazy shit. So at the end of the day, keep doing this type of shit to us, man, because it's only gonna make us better, bro. You see, DC got a real low rating. I think Waller got an 85, I believe.
Yeah, Waller, and that's the thing. Like Waller should have got higher. I know. I think Kettle got a 98.
Right?
No. Kettle got a 98. I think Kelsey got a 97, and I think Rob Gronkowski got a 95.
Yeah.
And he took a year off, and I think he's lost a bunch of weight. I'm not taking away from him. Last time he was on the field, he won a Super Bowl. But I'm saying he took a year off, and it's like you're gonna rate Waller at 85. I don't know about that. I think DC is definitely should be higher than a 79. Come on, bro. And I think they had what's our other guard. They had Incognito at a 90, but they had Gabe Jackson at a 79 too. And it's like,
well, Gabe's coming off a injury-ridden season.
But I'm saying, okay, I get the injury, so make him more injury prone on the game or something like that. But like, you can't say that when he's playing, bro, that he's playing at a 79 level, bro. Period.
Hey,
because when
at
he's
the end
playing,
of the day, these guys are look, bro. They going underdog mentality, bro. Take it for what it is and beat their ass.
I mean, don't get me wrong. That's why they got like I know, and I know you probably don't know this, but during the season, right, as the season progresses and as these teams win and lose, and as these players get like, you know, if you're the rushing leader of the league or you're the passing leader of the league or you get multiple touchdowns in a game or whatever, you get multiple picks or a lot of sacks, they adjust their stats as the season goes along. So, you know, I suspect that, you know, as long as, you know, our guys are playing like dogs, you know what I mean, and just, you know, playing that smash mouth football, shit's gonna get adjusted. But, you know, it's still, you know, still.
Catch us next season, bro. Them boys gonna be rated a lot higher. I know we got 2 guys In the top 6 in speed, we got Rico Gafford, we got Henry Ruggs. That's a lot. You know what I'm saying? Rico Gafford, that boy got wheels too. People forget about that. But I ain't worried about no Madden Raiders, man. Let's get this win, man. Let's get these wins. Let's stack these teams up. Let's go on this playoff run, man. I ain't worried about that, man. At the end of the day, Madden ain't the one making these Raiders. It's these weirdos, man. That these kids is coming out of college and just coming up with shit, man. You know,
by the
Madden
way,
Raiders, man. So
I was gonna say, by the way, anybody who doesn't know this, obviously we know this, but anybody who's not a Raider fan that doesn't know this, Madden was a Raider coach way back in the 70s. You know
got
what
a
I'm saying?
Super Bowl.
So you might as well thank the Raiders organization just for you guys having the game as it is in general. So you're welcome.
Hey, I find it hilarious that all these guys Madden this, Madden that, but they be fuck the Raiders, blah blah blah. Bro, y'all playing a Raider game, bro. So
that shit's funny, bro.
hey, at the end of the day, we good though, man. But yeah, man. Hey, some good news today. I took it as good news. I mean, hey, your boy AB said he retired once again.
He ain't my boy.
Hey,
that ain't my boy.
It's funny, man. Hey, you know, and this is how much we respect you, AB. We took your whole name and flipped it, man. You know, business.
Yeah,
is
this is the
zooming.
business. Yeah, this is business is zooming.
It
all
ain't
right?
booming, bro. It's zooming. But
yeah, because we zooming.
But at the end of the day, nobody wanted you.
Hey,
Bro.
I seen your video. I seen your video earlier, bro. That shit was funny. That's what he did. That's how he played us when we released him, and he wants to act like a fucking square butt nerd.
For real,
bro. So like,
for those who don't know, go to the channel. I just dropped a video where I reenacted his I'm free video when
let's be honest, man. The only reason why he's retiring is because nobody wants to pick him up.
Yeah, that's it. It's not
period.
Retiring. And to be honest,
bro,
with you,
he wants to play. He wants to play so bad that he's like throwing a fit now. Like, fuck it. If nobody's gonna pick me up, I'm retiring. Let me see if somebody else wants me.
And now it's he's using it as a ploy. If somebody comes on and says, "We need you," he's gonna be right there knocking on their door, ready to play.
100%. I think his career is over though, bro. I don't know.
To be honest with you,
I don't really care either way, but
as a man, I actually hope it is because he got babies, he got other shit in his head he got to work on. Ain't no time for no football, bro. Take care of your family, man. Get your mental health right. Without that, you can't do shit, man. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, there's bigger things in football, and we can see right now you can't take this whole limelight and all that shit get to your head, man. So, but good luck in your retirement, bro. But
100%.
Hey, earlier on in the week, bro, I did a video as well. Website, man. I'm not even gonna say because I don't ever go to it as a reliable source. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna call it a reliable source. But there's a rumor, man, that you know Jerry Jones is going through it right now with Dak. Basically, you know, he had to pretty much sign the franchise tag. It's looking like a long-term deal is off the table. He's asking for too much. He missed the deadline on Wednesday for the extension. And now, you know, websites are coming out saying that we're number one, not this season, but next season, to sign Dak. First of all, there's a guy out there named Aaron Rodgers that's probably going to be a freebie next year as well. You feel me?
Free agent.
Yeah, and you know, this guy Dak, man, hasn't, you know, a few Pro Bowls, won a playoff game. Actually had a really good season last year, threw for almost 5,000 yards, I believe 30 TDs, 11 interceptions or something like that. Cool. But the accuracy, I see him make a lot of mistakes. Dude wants like $40 million, man. Don't get me wrong. I know the cap keeps going up. I would not want him at half that price. I'm going to be real. If we're going to pay $35 million, let's go get Aaron Rodgers. I don't care if he's 37. I don't give a shit. I don't pay. I'm paying. At least I'm paying somebody that won a Super Bowl, has won an MVP. Dak has not done shit, and he's asking for a lot of money.
Mhm.
What's your thoughts on that, man? And don't get me wrong. If DC does what he's supposed to do, which me and you have talked about this, we believe he will this year. He's gonna be a dog this
Yeah.
year. But if he doesn't, and Dak's on the market, and we get rid of DC, what's your idea of that, bro?
So yeah, let me start off by saying this first and foremost. I want DC to flourish. I want to see DC like really get into the system and get back to that 2016 form and better than that. And I want him to be the future of our franchise.
Facts.
With that being said, if something happens where he tanks this season or whatnot, I don't know. I know Dak's young, man, but I don't know, bro. To me, I don't look as I'm not really a huge fan of Dak. That's just me personally, bro. I'm not.
A lot of people aren't. And to be honest with you,
I think he's more of a game manager quarterback. Like not like I don't look at him as an elite quarterback, bro. Like I don't know, bro. Like I don't look at him like as super elite like that. Like he's young and I guess you could mold him, but like I don't know, bro. I just don't. I'm just not a huge fan personally. I'm just not a huge fan.
Yeah.
I know, some other people might be or, whatnot. I'm just me personally. I'm not a huge fan. I'm not a huge fan of his. With Rodgers, right? Okay, hold on. Step back to Dak real quick. He relies heavily on the run game. He has Zeke, and they're run first and then pass, play actions, shit like that. I know he can throw the ball, but he just doesn't. To me, he doesn't have that like MVP style poise to me where he can take over a game, not have to rely on the running game, and just like control the line of scrimmage, like run the playbook, like and execute. Like he's not a guy where we're down 4 points, 2 minutes to go in the fourth quarter, and I'm feeling confident about him going down and scoring.
Yeah.
And I don't like that. That's just me personally. Going back to Rodgers.
Let's be honest, bro. You put Dak on any other team, that offense is explosive. You got one of the best lines in the league. You got one of the best running backs. You got two great wide receivers. You got another great wide receiver in the draft with Lamb.
Yeah.
So he's spoiled over there. I don't.
And he has a really good line. One of the best running backs. Yeah, I mean all that. And I'm just not I don't know, bro. I'm just not a huge fan, bro. I'm just not. He's not somebody who, I don't know. The couple games that I've watched, like that I remember when Zeke wasn't playing well and they became one-dimensional where they had to rely on him. I don't know, bro. He just didn't seem as like clutch to me, bro. Like as like the kind of dude who you could rely on to come back. You know what I mean? But I don't know, bro. I'm not a fan.
All in all, no, right?
Yeah, no, it's a no for me. Secondly, with Rodgers, I know Gruden does like, bringing in older guys. I don't know how old Gannon was when he brought him over from KC. I want to say he was younger though, maybe in his early 30s, maybe like 32 or something. I mean, I don't know for sure. I'd have to look that up. Quarterbacks like Brady and Breeze and even Rodgers now, they're making their careers longer. I think has a lot to do with nutrition and the way that they care for their bodies and you know what I mean and shit like that. But at the same time, for me,
look,
I mean, if it's one of those things where you plug him in, if it's one of those things where you plug him in, maybe for like a 1 or 2 year deal and try to like go for Super Bowl real quick. I mean, I guess, but me personally, bro, like, and I'm always gonna be like this. I like building through the draft, but then again, you got Gruden on a 10-year contract. Okay, come going into next year, you're at year 4 already. Like, is he going to be in the – like, I don't think he's going to be in the hot seat, but is the expectation going to be there like, okay, within the next, year or two, like we need to be in the AFC Championship and or if not in the Super Bowl, like contending. So at that point, is it going to be like he's going to be like, you know what, I'm going to bring in this dude and like we're going to sign him on a 2-year deal, 1-year option, or a 2nd-year option type shit, and we're just going to go all in these next 1 or 2 years? Or is he going to continue to think long term and be like, you know what, fuck it, I'm going to go draft, I'm going to go to the draft and grab the guy who I want and start molding him.
Yeah.
I don't know. Me personally, I like how Seattle did their style where everybody, a few years back when they won those Super Bowls, that they had all their guys on a rookie count. Now I know it's very rare to do that, but just the way that they executed when they had a bunch of talent built through the draft and they got their Super Bowl. Like I like that style.
They got a coach in Pete Carroll that's actually won a lot in college, so he knows how to draft. I mean, he knows how to bring them young guys in and turn them into something. So.
Yeah, and I think I've heard other players that I think I'm gonna say Richard Sherman was saying something about that a while back ago, like how that's more of like even though it's NFL, like he's more like for the younger guys and college style, like his talks and his pep talks and the things that he says, I guess is more like, I don't know. I think I want to say it was like kind of like somewhat repetitive and like, more geared towards a younger up and coming grooming. I think obviously Gruden's probably a little bit more smash mouth with his coaching style and, and more, probably a little bit more football eclectic and shit like that. But
We'll see.
At the end of the day, we got to wait and see. I'm not opposed to the Rodgers thing, but I like building the draft. So personally, I want to see just DC just take over this year and our offense just boom.
I also seen that Sports Illustrated rated our offensive line as the best pass, basically best pass blocking offensive line.
Mm-hmm.
Got to work on the rush a little bit, but I mean it's not bad at all. It's actually great. But as a whole, man, it looks like our offensive line is gonna take off this year, man. Everybody got another year in the system. We kind of got to give it up, man, to Tom Cable, man. He's been getting killed for almost 10 years, man. Like, because he's had historically bad offensive lines, bro. And it's finally coming together for him, man. I think Chucky bringing him back in and bringing around that system and, getting the right guys. I think he has some really bad offensive lines in Seattle for years. He had some bad ones in Oakland. So to see what he's done with this offensive line these past couple of years, man, got to shout out Tom Cable, man. Feisty dude, intense guy, but it's looking like he's getting the best out of his guys, man. And that's saying a lot, man, because Carr literally now, like, you have everything you need. You know what I'm saying? Like
Carr's with the weapons we have, with the line we have, running back we have, just the backs we have, like all the pieces are there. And you could tell these guys are working hard out there in that desert getting together. And I'm excited, bro. I'm just excited for these guys to get out there and play ball. Like I'm really excited.
I'm gonna play a little game with you real quick, bro. I'm on Bleacher Report right now. They got the top 8 remaining best free agents, right? I'm gonna run through this list. And this is crazy because in years past, we would be like, oh, we can use him. We can use him. We can use him. Let's run through this. And I'm going to give you my input on each one, and you give me yours. At number 8, Eric Reed, safety. Played at Carolina last year. Caught a lot of flack because of the whole situation with, you already know, the whole
I already know.
Dylan and all that other shit. But the dude he's a dog. You know what I'm saying? We don't need a safety. We have depth.
Yeah.
Abrams. We have Heath for depth. We have Randall who's going to start. We have Joyner.
We got LaMarcus Joyner.
Joyner that can run back there and play that and the nickel. We have Eric Harris. We got some back there.
Yeah, I was gonna say I like Eric Reed, but yeah, I think we just have a lot of depth at defensive back. Maybe if a guy goes down and he's still out there, then bring him in at that point. But yeah, I think as of right now, I'm pretty I like our unit, you know.
Rashad Jones played in Miami, good DB. I don't know if you're too familiar with him, but
I'm not. I'm not.
well, as we were talking about this, I think in a video not too long ago about our depth at cornerback now. Like, it feels good to know that, like, if somebody goes down, we have somebody that can pick up the slack. I feel like
Mhm.
Arnett's going to play a really, really big role.
Mhm.
With depth, I know that you said you think he's going to fight for number two. I think Prince is that guy. But either way, it's great either way because we have depth at the position.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I'm curious to see out of Arnett, Prince, and Mullen, out of those three, who's going to be the starting two, and then who's going to be like the third coming in. Obviously, you're going to have like, Robertson at like more of a slot,
Yeah.
like for the smaller, kind of wide receivers. But yeah, I'm curious to see how that's going to play out. Go ahead.
So we're both on this. We don't need another DB right now.
No, I don't think we need another deep. At least for now. If one of them goes down, if we start getting injuries or something like that, and then they're still available, then yeah,
Larry Warford. So this dude is a Pro Bowler, bro. He was one of the best offensive linemen in New Orleans. He had Drew's back like crazy, bro. Just got let go. I know he was owed a lot of money. 29 years old. It's cool because wherever he does go, he's gonna start. We don't need anybody on our starting offensive line. And I feel right now we have depth. We have Denzel Good. We have a lot of guys back there that can come in and just at the drop of a hat come in and do what they need
yeah,
to do. So
yeah,
even somebody as good as Larry Warford, we wouldn't need him. You know what I'm saying?
nope,
Like, so in the past, it's like we always have that good line, and we're like, but
one
remember
guy.
a few years back, Donald Penn went down. It was ugly. Our offensive
Yep,
line was great. Donald Penn went down. Disgusting. You know what I'm saying? It's
yep.
like, so to see where we at now, working wonders. Logan Ryan, also a very good. Last year he wasn't. I'm gonna be honest with you. He was getting burnt a lot. He gave up a lot last year. But Logan Ryan with Tennessee, cornerback,
Okay.
good dude. He just wants too much money right now because he thought this was going to be the year where he was going to get a lot of bread. At the end of the day, with the
We don't
kind of
need a
contract,
DB.
we gave Prince, why overpay somebody when we gave him crumbs and he came in to ball out? Makes no sense. So we don't need another DB. So Logan
Nope.
Ryan is off that list for sure. Another DB, which I can keep going, Darquez Denard, which I would like to have him because he's been in a Gunther system for years. He's been in Cincinnati. He's still young, relatively young. If we were to grab somebody for some depth, I would love to go grab him. That would be the
Hmm.
corner I would love because he already knows the system. He would come right in, and you wouldn't
Talking
have.
about talk about free agents that probably aren't on that list. I want to see us bring back Vontez Burfict in the middle.
Bro,
Now I know the
yeah,
NFL. I know
yeah,
the NFL probably has a problem, with him and all the hits and shit like that. And I don't know, but he's been, running Gunther's system from back in, Cincinnati days. And I know he's probably not on that list, but I had to throw him out there because I love to see him come and solidify the middle of that linebacker
because
course.
all we need is one linebacker. I'm telling you
Yep.
now, like with Mike K and Littleton over there, we great. Nicholas Morrow's not that third guy. I hope the Muse comes in year one ready to go because I feel like he's going to be thrown out there in the Wolves in year one because we need that. We have to have three great linebackers in today's NFL. And I feel like Vontez will come in and be that guy in the middle that knows everything. Last year, even with Hard Knocks, they were saying that even the rookies were like, we've never seen somebody as smart as Burfict. He do that defense in and out. And we're gonna get him for a steal if we do bring him back in. So it
Yeah.
makes even if we get him for 5 or 6 games, I don't give a shit. Bring him in, be a dog, thug it out, and go
Hmm.
terms. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Uh, Cameron Wake, Miami. 38 years old, defensive end, older. The dude's a beast though. But let's be honest. At 38 years old, when you still got an Everson Griffin, you still got a Jadeveon Clowney, which we know we're in on him right now in the sweepstakes. There's no reason to go for a 38-year-old defensive lineman. It just makes no sense. And I heard too that he still wants to get his last little good check. That ain't gonna happen with us, bro.
No. This ain't a Richard Seymour situation, all right?
Exactly.
Yeah, no.
That comes back to Everson Griffin, that too. I have a feeling I know who number one is. I mean, we both.
Yeah.
So we're in this with 3 defensive ends. But Everson Griffin will come a lot cheaper than Jadeveon Clowney. He will be the guy that will teach Clee everything he needs to know to get to the next level. I'm at a point, man, where I would rather have Everson Griffin than I would rather have Jadeveon Clowney. This guy's been effort, play. Every play, bro. He doesn't take a play off. He's 32. Don't get me wrong, he's a little older. So I understand that if we can get the Jadeveon Clowney that we know that has that high motor and shows up every play, yeah, I mean, it's easy call. But you pay him 15, 16, 17 million when you could probably get an Everson Griffin for anywhere from 8 to 10 million for a year or two and bring him in and teach some young guys. You know
yeah, I mean, it might make sense to, you know, because maybe what's happening in the NFL is right now is that everybody's waiting for the, you know, kind of the dominoes to fall in the sense of for Jadeveon to make his move or make his decision on what he wants to do before people are going to start calling on Griffin and on Cameron Wake and stuff like that. But maybe if you make a smart strategic move, I'm not a general manager and I don't work in a Raiders front office or nothing like that. But if you maybe are inquiring on Griffin and you can get him for a steal before Jadeveon, you know, signs a deal somewhere else and it's like a mega deal, maybe you get him on a good, on good terms and you bring him in instead. And it's not as splashy as a move, but I mean, it's still a good calculated move.
And at the end of the day, it may be a great leverage move with us because he knows that we want Clowney. And it's like, look, have we been talking to anybody else, Everson? Because if you haven't, we'll take you. But just know we've been talking to Jadeveon. So it's just kind of like he can be like, you know.
That's what I'm saying. They can be strategic and come in, and it's not as splashy of a signing, but like it's still a solid pickup, and it could be, you know, it could be cold and a little cunning with it. You know what I mean? And
it reminds me of a few years ago when we signed Justin Tuck, like that kind of role. You bring an older guy in. He was great before. He still got some shit in him. And he's going to teach these young boys how to play, how to eat. You know what I'm saying? I think Tuck played a lot. I played a big role when Matt came in. You know what I'm saying? Like, you play around someone like that, a perennial. I mean, he's going to be, you know, he's Hall of Famer, man. It's going to happen eventually. I mean, I don't know even if it hasn't yet, but I'm just saying.
I don't know. All I remember, Tuck, like I remember he got signed with us, but I just remember that Super Bowl run when it was Tuck, O.C. Umanura, and Michael Strahan, and they just were dogs. And came in and you know, beat that undefeated Patriots. But Tuck was still the truth even after that game. But by the time he got to it,
he wasn't the same guy. But he was brought in. No. He was brought in just like Charles was his second time, to come in and show these young.
Yeah, but Charles, bro, he's like Raider fan, bro. Like he came in the league with us, you know, and it's like Charles Woodson is like.
He went to the Pro Bowl the last year before it was like Woodson could probably come back right now, bro. And there was a fake tweet out there that everybody was sharing around where Woodson was like, just signed my 1 year contract with Vegas. I'm back. I take Seawood right now. I don't give.
Oh yeah, I mean he's a little old. I ain't gonna lie, he's old, but
I'm waiting for Mark, man, to sign him, man. Is a corner, like bring him in.
I wonder if he's gonna come in and want to do like maybe a coaching role eventually.
He's gonna have to.
He
He
should.
knows too much, bro.
I know. Rob Woodson. Rob Woodson did. After his career in the NFL and came in and started coaching and shit like that. I think that Charles Woodson maybe potentially could be a better coach.
Charles more humble, man. Rob Wilson.
That's what I'm saying. I'm saying like he could be a better coach than Rod. Like I'm not talking about play wise. I'm talking like and that's even up for debate too because they're both great. But I'm saying I'm saying like Rod Woodson. I didn't really look at him as like as great of a coach. He was a better player, hands down, than a coach. And obviously Charles was a great player too. But I think that comparative like coach wise, I think that Charles may have the potential to be a better coach than Rod was. You know what I mean?
Good.
So
We're gonna see. But yeah, man, episode 7, man. We're gonna be back next week. Me and my little bro, man. Hopefully we got a lot more to talk about. Like we said earlier, the rookies. Did we talk about that? The rookies reported to training camp?
yeah, no, I think that they reported today, bro.
Yes,
To the training
they're
camp.
there. It's just minor work, getting set up, getting the pads together, sized up for the helmets. Light work, you know what I'm saying? Ain't gonna be nothing crazy going on right now. But this week is gonna be telling, man, to see where this whole corona stuff fits in and how everybody plays this, man. So I know that Chucky and Mike Mayock and a lot of the guys over there have been playing it real safe, masked up. They're not taking any chances. So hopefully we can come out of this whole rookie training camp right now unscathed. I know Carr and the injured players be back over there in a couple days, and then I know that all the vets report, I believe, the 28th. So these next couple of weeks, we're gonna see, man, where this is gonna be telling. These next couple of weeks, we're gonna see where the is and what's really going on. You know what I'm saying? So we'll have a lot more information for y'all, man, real soon. Other than that, man, you got something else to say, little bro? What's on your mind?
That's it, bro. Let's wrap it up. Business is Zoomin, episode 7. My brother Graphk. Go check out Soul Nation, the 2020 anthem. And tap in, bro. Tap in. Everybody tap in with this.
Yes. Episode 7, man. Business is Zoomin. The views expressed here on Graphk Podcast. We will be back next week. And guess what? Lil Bro is quarterback in the whole episode. I'm kicking back. My brother do his thing, man. I'm just
Hey, I know you see me taking the ball and starting to hand it off to you already. So
yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I know you see me starting already. So
I seen it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I want y'all to understand, y'all gonna be seeing a lot more of B, man. We're gonna start doing some videos, man, with my bro, just doing his own thing without me even involved. You know what I'm saying? So eventually you're gonna be seeing a lot more. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm gonna be involved regardless.
Oh yeah.
But just know, man, you're gonna be seeing a lot more of my little bro, and we active out here, man. So just know that, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
But the views expressed here at Graphk Podcast, Business is Zoomin, episode 7. We love y'all, nation. It's your boy Graphk Raider. It's your boy B. We outro, man. 1.